Hi, welcome to this little video. I thought I'd come and sit right next to the screen that you might recognise if you've ever watched videos of me recently. So I'd come and sit right next to it so I could be immersed in these lovely trees. I think they look quite different when I'm up close with them as well. Anyway, the point of this video is to tell you about a challenge I'm doing at the moment called 100 Days of Transmissions. So I'm going to just share a little bit of context as to how this came about, and there's loads of information about this on my YouTube and on my website, but I'll tell you about that a bit later, so if you want to check out some more stuff, you know where to go. But yeah, so basically what happened was I joined Melanie Ann Leyer of Alpha Femme. I joined her masterclass that she was running last week called Woman. And an amazing masterclass. Second one I've joined of hers, and gosh, yeah, so much impact in terms of what she's shared. Really incredibly generous what she shares in these week-long masterclasses. Anyway, what she mentioned around day 4, I think, kind of not even really related, although sort of related, I guess, was a challenge that she'd taken on of doing 365 days of reels. And at the time I was kind of like, oh, I'm not interested in that. Like that doesn't float my boat. I'm not feeling that. But then on Monday, this Monday just gone, me and my friend Nikki Drew were talking about, talking about the experience I've been in over the last few weeks, where my fears and self-doubts came rising back up to the surface again. My fear of looking stupid, my fear of getting it wrong, massive self-doubt. Am I capable? Am I good enough? Am I worthy enough? Being completely lost in it, like I'm terrible, I'm a failure, it's all going bad. If you follow my work, you'll have seen this through blog posts. Certainly the community have seen much more closely that unfolding of the experience and the emergence out the other side. But anyway, given that's been happening, and given that we'd both been part of this masterclass with Melanie and aware of her 365 for reals hashtag, Nikki challenged me and said, okay, what's the thing that would make you look most stupid? I challenge you to do a live transmission on your YouTube channel. And I was like, oh yeah, I know that's definitely something I'm afraid of doing, because I'm afraid that I will look stupid. You know, my Helen identity for many years was Helen's good, she's right, she's sensible, she does the right thing, she does normal things. And you know, it makes me laugh now, the things that I'm getting involved with and that I'm doing, which only a couple of years ago, I would have had massive resistance to, and I would have thought was completely stupid, completely pointless, completely a waste of time, complete nonsense. And then here I am now doing stuff. So anyway, that's how it is. So yeah, to go live with a transmission felt like a really big deal still. It was like, oh, that's very exposing. That's very full on. But I was like, yeah, okay, I accept the challenge. And I said to Nicola too, I was like, well, if I'm doing it, you're doing it too, because I knew it would equally be a challenge for her. So we both went live on Monday, just gone. Yeah, so I should have really thought of what date it was. I didn't think what date it was before I came to record. 10, 11, 12, is it the 13th? Monday the 13th of February? Yes, because Valentine's Day was Tuesday, wasn't it? So we both went live on Monday the 13th. And as I came to the end of that first one, I was like, well, this isn't enough of a test. You know, one live, which hardly anybody's, certainly, like, I don't think anybody joined actually live while it was happening. Not enough people have seen it to really test that fear of looking stupid. And so the idea came to mind of doing these transmissions for 100 days. 365 felt too much, I have to admit. But 100, it was like, yeah, that's a chunky challenge. Like that's 30 doesn't feel like enough, but yeah, 100 feels like a proper challenge. So so I went back to Nikki and said, right, here's the new challenge. I've upped the ante, 100 days of transmissions. And so Nicola joined in too, and so we're both doing this 100 days of transmissions. Huge thanks to Melanie and the Alpha Femme team for even bringing the idea of doing a challenge into our worlds at this time, because it's been a spark to enable this creation to happen. And so now this is going out on the Sunday, so this is the 7th day of these 100 days. So there are now 7 transmissions available on my YouTube. And therefore, whenever, so these transmissions are as effective on replay as they are in real life. That's part of the way I set them up. So you can go do one any time. And kind of surprising to me, the idea came to give an intention for the transmission. So the first one that had a specific intention was Valentine's Day, because of course it was going to be love. And then the subsequent days have had intentions too. Now they might not all have that, but for the ones that do, I've put the intention in the title so you can see what the purpose of the transmission is, so that if you have a specific thing you'd like, then you can see which one to go for. But if you've not had transmissions before, or you've not heard of them before, then I recommend you check out, the best place actually is to go to the description in one of those live transmissions, because in there I've put the link to my About Transmissions, like what are transmissions video. I created a video this week for if you're joining a live one to watch before you join live. And that also links you through to my website page, where there are lots of frequently asked questions about transmissions, like the key questions that get asked and that are important that for me that clients are aware of before they enter into transmission. So check out all of that, because although my transmissions that I'm offering through this challenge are entirely, I use the word palatable in the video, they're entirely suitable for everybody. They're, I guess you could say, generic enough that they're safe for everybody, but you still want to take personal responsibility for doing this and for getting involved with this, for checking what it is you're stepping into, for making sure you're clear about what these are and what they're not. So make sure you check all that out if you're new to transmissions. If you're not new, then you'll know how they work, you'll know the kind of experience to expect. And enjoy. I really hope you do enjoy these. I'll keep popping in every now and then to remind you that they're available through these next 93 days. And I look forward to seeing how the experience keeps evolving as we go along. So thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you somewhere soon. Lots of love.